Mic check 3 2 1. Right, so it's a new trading day. We're gonna do some backtesting. So let's get to it. This is day 103. So stay tuned. Let's get consistent. What's this? Unwanted gaps. Yeah, I saw that they. I hope you also, from the last session I saw that they added this RTH. Anyways, let's just get started. I'd like to go to this 2024 ICT futures model. Let's start on the daily. So first you can see that we dropped nicely. So on the daily, and we're at the start of the day. This is very nice. So first off, the thing that gets my attention is this fair value gap here. You can see that from here we have this gap, and the next candle, which is here, has this gap. So like we dropped into our fair value gap simply, and here you can see that we have buy side on this high here. We've already taken out sell side here. Okay, so here on the 4 hour, this happened in the morning Asian session. We dropped, spiked here, and we put in this high from this is just a day's London session actually. So it will be a nice to push high into it. So here we have this sweep. This is the 4 hour, and that sweep happened in this fair value gap here. Now after taking out these highs here, you can see they're relatively equal highs. We have this fair value gap here that we might draw into. So I'll be looking for entries inside here, and if we take out this high, we might as well drop, take out these relatively equal lows. But I think we'll continue higher, because even though maybe this fair value gap might disrupt, we create some consolidation. But the reason I'm thinking for higher prices is because we dropped into higher time frame fair value gap, and might continue higher. Now going down to the 1 hour, is better, Jesus, it's better. Now down to the 1 hour, nothing big other than some fair value gaps that are getting respected, showing us the price action is bullish. When I see that we have here a fair value gap that was respected, here we have another one that we tapped into and we respected, so shows me that we are bullish. Now this is also another target here, equal highs, you can see it right there. So we have building context by context. Now target of 15. This is where I'd like to look for some fair value gaps that we might bounce off of. So first here I see another sweep, so we have very bullish action. It looks, so what news were here? It was durable goods orders. Alright, so we had this sweep here, we have the shift, and we have some kind of fair value gap inside here. So I'd look for this maybe to get dropped into at the open, then we fly higher. So let's see what happens. Down to the 5, you can see that we have this other block. It might also hold price. I can't see that real, but let's wait and see. And we also have this fair value gap, so let's mark this one on the 5 minute. I think this one will be a better entry here. 5 minute. Now down to the 1, let's look for some lows to get taken out, then we shift. That will be all. And we take out the highs as soon as the market opens. Crazy. And how's the US looking like? Okay, now here as we fly higher, crazy, and we create this nice fair value gap here. Now back to 5. I think we're about to take out these highs, equal highs, even before market, and here we are having an SMT with ES. looks like ES is also targeting this high, but we're way far from reaching that. And ES, so if we get an SMT, then we might look for lower prices to take out this low resistance liquidity. So we end up taking out that high, and we even continue higher into that POI without an entry, which means there was no entry in this here. Drop up maybe twice without providing an entry, and it's okay because I think it's normal like for market to move without providing any kind of entry. So here we've taken out this high as well, and this has done that. So we've already pushed into the 4-hour fair value gap. Yeah, this one right here, and we've taken out this highs resting there. So I really hate it when market does that, like just out of nowhere. So here, let's see if we're about to get some kind of reversal. I have a down close candle here. Let's see if we get a change in state. We have the change in state right here. So I think we can sell here. Have a change in state. We took out liquidity on the higher time frame, and we've created an inversion. So I think here we can sell it and target to reach the first presented fair value gap. So let's do 3 lots. And let's go and see. And here we form an SMT. You can see it right there. I think here I would wish to sell ES as well. You can see an SMT here. It's on the sweep. And the change in stage here. So let's see if price drops. And you can see that we end up dropping here near to the first presented fair value gap. That's the target, and here I'd actually like to also see at least this equal lows get taken out, these lows that are at I was stuck 19,989. I used to be stuck in the alright. Now for the stop loss, it's 20,089. 20,089. Yeah, we're risking 1,700 for 4K. Let's see. Crazy, you get stopped out. I don't know, what was the draw here? Let's see if this high gets taken out. So we end up taking them out. Let's see how the high is looking, because that move that we took might be a rebalance. Looks like the move was a rebalance. I was down, but now so we're still in that 4-hour fair value gap. So here it looks like market is still rejecting this first presented fair value gap. And we break through it at 1128, creating a very nice fair value gap. Nothing else. By my side. this crazy week. Liquidity ran over, then we start dropping. We have these lows here, but this move to the upside was really worth it. So for now, in the lunch hour, so yes, to cover this. Did this offer an opportunity? Well, I don't know. Let's see. We'll have this fair value gap that was embraced, and closing above it, we this thing looks good. Gee, let me save this because this, I don't know, I just didn't want to paste that again. So you can see we'll close above it, and then we'll trace back into it, and then push higher, and then we get this again, showing that the price is going higher. And here we have another change in state. Here, close above it, this retracement here, this here, this here, this here, this here, it's telling us to enter. So I think entering here with a stop below this inversion, can wait for price to at least target here. This is relatively equal highs, but this happens in the launch, which means this is like some kind of launch liquidity. So this is a very nice push actually, but we have this 5 minutes fair value gap. This is the morning session. Let's remove these. So we have the sweep here, and we've created this inversion. So look at these candle closes. I'd honestly take this because how the candle is closing, and we have an SMT. So here you can sell it and target this low resistance liquidity. But let's see the 5 minute. 5 minute can have other important fair value gaps, such as this one here, which might get targeted. So let's sell it there. Maybe some 3 more lots. Let's see where it goes. So I'm looking for how many ticks? 32 handles. 32 handles. 32 handles is 20.010. Come on. Should multiply by 4. Okay. So my SL is 10, so it's 40. Come on. Just drop already, man. Well, here I'd like to close this one as much as I would like to, but at least we could first reach here or even here. The reason is because I don't know, we're forming some kind of SMT, but because it doesn't have a bullish, the context that is with my analysis, I can just close it like that, just like get it stopped out. Wish I would have closed it, man. Would have closed it. You came to set us free. Okay, so we end up breaking through the gap. I don't know. So here we end up taking out liquidity there again. Then we drop to our target, which was this fair value gap here, just a 3R. But it had already been stopped out. And you can see this gap here. To you, everything. And here it's a drop, but here we put in a change in state, and this is like after PM session just started. You can see the moment PM session starts, we take out the high, drop, we create a shift, get a retracement into the gap, then we drop. Okay. End up dropping into this gap. I don't remember where I marked it yet. Yeah, it's this 5-minute gap here. Last hour of trading. Alright, let's just go to the next thing, man. You can see we end up taking out this daily high here, as I wanted it to do. And as it did that, we still have this as our buy side. It's okay. And this is the sell side. And this big fair value gap, like to mark. It's a 4-hour fair value gap. So we also took out those highs there on ES. And here on ES we also have this gap like this. And we've created just this gap at 8 for these news. What were the news? Personal income. This is a very nice sweep on the 1 hour. So you've got this sweep all the time, If yen, then you're lying, and the right, and the shine. God is good all the time. Some will be the best. because we have this sweep here. Now here we feel the change in state, very nice one on the 1 hour. And this is a nice market structure shift. So we're gonna get a retracement into the gap and then get the drop. And maybe looking for these lows resting inside there, or this low from the Asia session. I think that will be all for the analysis. Let's just wait. And by the on the 15, I have this thing. This will be the one that we get into. And we just drop without doing anything. Down to 1 minute. Change in state right here. Would look to reach this gap here. That is good. And no, the funny thing is, we didn't take this trade. I just did this to, tape trade it and just hit TP. Funny thing. God is for me. So now going back to the 1 hour, you can see that this fair value gap was like closed it very badly, but on the 30-minute you can see it's a nice retracement, and honestly I'd like to sell here. Let's put on +5, and my stop loss will be there up. So, but this wouldn't be a scalp. It's just like some kind of day trade long term. So I'm having some kind of like this, or even target lower. So that will be 126 times 4. That's 400. Sorry, 400, 500. 126 times 4. 400, very nice. Okay, now stop loss is 42, so times 4, 164. Come on. So very disappointing. Let's see how the floor is looking like. Well, dropped into this gap here. So S&T gets invalidated. I don't know, so why will this POI get disrespected? Maybe it's because we have a bigger POI here, this daily fair value gap, which made us create a market makeup sell model. See, this is the market maker high side. So should have put it into consideration. So I think I can note this, like the moment we have this huge POI holding price, there's a possibility this might get reversed. So the moment we reverse this, maybe we may get a retracement into the gap and then push higher. This is where I'd shift my bias to bullish. So now taking out the low, we've shifted here. Okay, we've put in an SMT. Have this here. I'd like to buy this. Yes, all there. We have an SMT about to create a change in state, and we're looking for higher prices. So let's see, will this play out? Amen. Okay, ends up as a stop out. But this was an SMT made. Oh, come on, man. Okay, let's see. So we drop into the periodic gap. I don't know what this should be called. Amen. 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 Let's just go for lunch hour now. Back to 15. We've been hit with this word like 2 times, and here looks like we're pushing higher. No, we're dropping obviously to these lows after we got betrayed here. Let's see what happens after lunch. Equal highs here. And other internal equal highs that we ran through right here. There's some crazy moves. I'm performing an SMT on the 5. Back to the 1. There's an SMT here. This lows. Okay, now here, let's see, what's the terminal looking like? The last hour ends up dropping, respecting the 4 fairly gap, but we didn't get any kind of entry. So what I first thought that I gotta learn is at least how can I, how can I be able to position myself in the right side of the market? Because, for example, if I found a way to position myself inside here of cells, I will be standing good. So I should find a way to I need to position yourself with the analysis. I think this day was really bearish, and okay, it's not an SMT, but you can see how energetic ES was taking out this high, even though it didn't achieve that. Now on the 1 hour, to have this low from we're on Friday. Crazy. So yeah, this is a low from Wednesday, and ES just took it out. Reply. Okay. This market's closed. So does the next day open? You always bear. Oh, so we have the model here. Drop a bit, then we start. So let me remove this for a moment. Actually, it's not for a moment. I have this. So here we have kind of SMT, the 4 hour, and here we also have another SMT showing that it might be bullish. So you can see return back to this very gap, and there's also this one here. This in relation. Back to 1 hour here. 1 hour here. You can see from this to this we have another internal SMT. This is kind of like internal. So it's obvious that I'll be looking for bullish prices. Namely, first to take out this high. It's a new London session high, and Asia lows. That's actually not Asia lows, it's a low from Friday and down to 15. I have this fairly gap here. It closed above it, we return to it, and look for price to plummet now higher. I'm gonna wait for the open, and we just open, taking out this low, forming an SMT. And the 30 second did anything to show me like a buy, because you can see what happened inside here. We took out this low, and here created an SMT. We have a change in state here. I'd like to buy this with my target, obviously this highs and that high there. Oh god, alright, let's do this so that I can move it right there. Now DP. So let's see first there, but that's what I'd like that's what I'd like it to reach. But now look at what is done in just 1 second. And stopped us out again. I don't know, maybe I was way too fast with entering, and we create an impression. The first presented fairly gap. So why did it end up dropping bearish? Pushed. Did we take out this high? Yes, we did. Did we take out this one? No, we didn't, but we had this fairly gap here, so maybe it's the one that held price even though it caused equal lows. we had some relatively close here. They're relatively equal. It's not some kind of necessary sweep. Okay. We're crazy day, so we lost way more than I ever imagined. Very crazy. Anyways, we'll be back for another session tomorrow, and I think that will be all for the session of today. But let's just say another thing. What happened at the open? We opened right there and we dropped. This is not fair, man. How? Anyways, I'm planning on paying a mentorship because now I know what I'm looking for, and I'll be considering Justin Walling. So